Have you ever looked at a Honda car or motorcycle and thought, wow, that must have been made by some huge corporation or a rich businessman? Well, today you'll discover the truth. The man who created Honda, one of the biggest and most respected companies in the world, didn't start with money, connections, or education. He started with broken dreams, dirty hands, and a fierce determination to keep going when everything went wrong. Hello, and welcome back to English by the Day. I'm Megan, and I'm so glad you're here. If you listen to the end, you'll not only practice real English storytelling, but you'll also learn powerful lessons about failure, creativity, and resilience. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. Part 1. The Boy from the Village. Soichiro Honda was born in 1906 in a small village in Japan. His family was poor. They didn't have electricity, and most days, little Soichiro walked barefoot to school. His father was a blacksmith who repaired bicycles, and his mother was a weaver. From an early age, Soichiro was fascinated by machines. He loved the smell of oil and metal. When he was 8 years old, he saw his first car drive through his village. The noise, the smell, the movement, it was like magic. He ran after it, shouting, "Someday, I'll make one too." No one believed him. Part 2. The Dropout Dreamer. Honda didn't enjoy school. He thought books were boring and lessons were too slow. At 15, he left home and went to Tokyo to find work in a car repair shop. He had no money, no experience, and no formal education. But he had something more valuable: curiosity. He watched every mechanic closely, memorized every sound, and stayed late after hours just to practice. At first, he cleaned floors and washed parts, but soon his boss noticed his passion and began teaching him the secrets of engine repair. Honda spent 6 years learning everything he could about engines. He once said, "I didn't learn to build cars in school. I learned by getting my hands dirty." Part 3. The Inventor's Fire. By his mid-20s, Honda opened his own small garage. He was obsessed with improving engines. He experimented day and night, welding, hammering, and testing. But his first invention, piston rings, failed completely. When he tried to sell them to Toyota, they rejected them, saying the quality was terrible. Most people would have given up, but Honda didn't. He went back to school, studied engineering properly, and tried again. 2 years later, Toyota finally accepted his new piston design. It was a small victory, but it proved one thing: his determination worked. Then, tragedy struck. During World War II, his factory was bombed twice and completely destroyed. After that, an earthquake leveled what was left. He had lost everything again. But even then, Honda laughed and said, "My buildings can burn, but my spirit can't." Part 4. The Birth of Honda Motor Company. After the war, Japan was in ruins. People had no jobs, no transport, and no hope. Honda noticed that people needed a simple way to get around, so he attached a small motor to a bicycle. At first, it looked strange, but it worked. Soon, everyone in the neighborhood wanted one. He began building more and more in a tiny workshop. By 1948, he officially founded Honda Motor Company with his partner, Takeo Fujisawa. Their goal was simple: to make reliable and affordable machines that anyone could use. His first motorcycle, the Dream D-Type, became a national success. People loved its speed, durability, and design. Within a few years, Honda motorcycles were everywhere, not just in Japan, but all around the world. Part 5. The Leap into Cars. But Soichiro Honda wasn't satisfied. He wanted to build cars too. Everyone told him it was impossible. Japan was poor, and the car industry was dominated by American and European giants. But Honda smiled and said, "Impossible is just a word." He built small, fuel-efficient cars that regular people could afford. In 1963, the first Honda car, the T360 mini truck, and the S500 sports car, hit the market, and in 1972, the Honda Civic arrived, a car that would change everything. It was simple, efficient, and perfectly timed for the oil crisis when people needed cars that saved fuel. The world took notice, and Honda became a global brand. Part 6. The Spirit of Challenge. Soichiro Honda believed in one thing above all: learning from failure. He said, "Success represents 1% of your work, which comes from the 99% called failure." He encouraged his employees to experiment, make mistakes, and try new things. He believed that real progress only comes when you're brave enough to fail. That spirit created innovations like the VTEC engine, the Honda Jet, and Asimo, the world's first humanoid robot. From a small workshop in post-war Japan to factories across every continent, Honda's philosophy shaped an empire. Part 7. Legacy and Lessons. Soichiro Honda retired in 1973, but his impact never stopped. He donated much of his fortune to education and engineering research. When he died in 1991, he left behind more than just a company. He left a mindset: dream boldly, fail bravely, and never stop learning. Here are his timeless lessons. Failure is a teacher, not an enemy. Work with your hands and your heart. Focus on what people need, not just what looks good. Never let anyone tell you your dream is too small. From a poor village boy to the founder of a global company, Soichiro Honda proved that success is not about luck or money. It's about grit, vision, and refusing to quit. Part 8. Your turn. So what about you? What dream are you building? Slowly, piece by piece, even when others laugh. Remember, Honda started with a broken bicycle and built an empire that moves the world. You don't need wealth to create something great. You need passion, persistence, and purpose. Thank you for joining me on English by the Day. You didn't just learn English. You learned a life lesson about creativity, courage, and belief. If this story inspired you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons that help you grow in English and in life. I'm Megan, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.